because this is Weekly Drip Season 5, Episode 11. Amber and I know what we're going to talk about, but it's a big surprise for each of us who we're going to talk about. Da-na-na. Hi, Amber.
Hi, how's it going, friend?
It's so good. It's so good. So if you are tuning in for the first time, I'm Ashley Tullis. I'm a real estate agent here in Dripping Springs. This is my co-host, Miss Amber Pierce, owner of Coit Cleaning and Restoration here in Dripping Springs. We are experts in our field, but we are also big-time community enthusiasts. And our topic that we wanted to jam on was places to stay around town. But I would be remiss if I didn't start with something else entirely.
Ooh,
Earlier today, you already know.
What you got?
You already know. Earlier today, the Star Awards finalists were announced from our Dripping Springs Chamber. So I just wanted to congratulate the top contenders in each category. So bear with me and then we'll get on topic. So congratulations to the nominees: Business of the Year, Club Pilates, my favorites, Deep Eddy Vodka Tasting Room, Dripping Springs Pharmacy, the only compounding pharmacy in town, by the way, Indigo Healing and Acupuncture, you know where my heart is, and South Star Bank, which is actually where I bank. I do this with, like, honestly, everybody but Club Pilates. I think it might be a sign.
We know some things. So if you don't know where the best of the best are, join Ashley and I, because we know what's up.
We're going to tell you. We're going to tell you. Continued congratulations for the nominations for Business Person of the Year: Fabian Ballum, owner of Rolling in Time and Dough; Brent Luby, owner of Desert Door Distillery; Dee Marsh and Dana Mahaley, your Marsh and Mahaley marketing team here in town; Christy Seguin, owner of Rose Haven Bakery and Event Venue; and Dr. Michelle Wendt, owner of Indigo Healing and Acupuncture. Moving on down the list for outstanding customer service, there's not a ton of categories, guys. This won't take me much longer. Dripping Springs Distilling, Dripping Springs Pharmacy, Fuse Workplace, Regenerate, and South Star Bank. Nonprofit of the Year: Fortis Therapy Center, Foster Village, Heart of Texas Pregnancy Resource Center, Hometown Missions, Knights of Columbus Council 11695. How do you freaking only pick one? Jeez. Ugh.
I don't know. That's hard.
That's a really hard one. Huge congratulations to the nominees in this category: Hometown Hero, Dave Edwards, Steve Fournier, Sharon Goss and Susan Warwick as a duo, and Joe Hogue. And then finally, for up and coming business, I've lost Amber. She'll be back though, I'm sure of it. Ally Medical, Eye Care Studio, Fuse Workspace, my dear friends Mallet and Michelle on Dripping Springs Podcast, Rose Haven Bakery and Event Venue, and Summer Revival Wine Company.
Love them.
Oh, congrats to my friends that are on the list. If we aren't friends yet here on the list, we should be. Dang, there's a lot of good on that.
So much good.
I know that's not what we're talking about, but I just had to take a couple minutes and
it's okay. It's a worthwhile veering off to celebrate the wonderful people in our community, which is what we're all about. So that is a-okay.
Absolutely. And Kimberly Watson asked, where did you get the list? The same thing I get everything else.
Facebook.
Social media. The chamber has it posted on their page, so I just read it from there. The awards are next week, next Thursday at Dripping Springs Distilling. Tickets are on sale and you can join us. You don't have to be a chamber member to come join us. We would love to see you there. We also have a silent auction going on, and it'll be a really fun event. And if you're sitting here thinking, but guys, the Weekly Drip Book Club meets on the third Thursday of every month, you would be correct.
Yes.
We're going to pivot for this month only. We're going to be meeting on Wednesday. And for those of you in the book club, that information was just posted to our Facebook group, so you can get the scoop there. If you're going, what the what? There's a book club in town. We want you to be a part of that too. So join us.
And I feel like we also need to make sure that everybody knows that not only is our book club the largest book club, the funnest book club, and I'm not the only one who is saying this, but we also, in further continuation of community support, our book club is now helping to sponsor the new library. So when you join our book club, we do ask for a fee for that, but that fee does not come to me. It does not go to Ashley, directly to the Dripping Springs Community Library, because we believe so strongly in the need for this space, not only as a library, but having a meeting space and all of the wonderful things that are planned for this facility. And we couldn't think of anything better to do than to show our full support by bringing all of our friends along to support them with us. So thank you for that. Come with us.
I agree. And we will have a whole weekly drip episode dedicated. I almost said episodicated. I don't think that's even a word.
It's new.
Dedicated to the library. There's actually a National Day of Giving coming up in April. So our girl, Miss Sarah Rose, is going to join us, and we will be fielding your questions, giving you the scoop, and just really looking forward to the new library. We're really unique that we're a library district. We're not supported by our city and our county, and that gives us a lot of freedom and flexibility that our amazing library board can help guide and call the shots. Like, there ain't nobody making the rules but them. But on the other side, you don't get those city and county funds like you would typically in other communities. So I digress. What do you want to talk about today?
So we are talking today, we're talking about fun or unique places to stay in Dripping Springs. I think most of these places are probably already sold out if you were hoping to stay at them for the eclipse. Pretty sure that was like done months ago, possibly. But when everyone in the whole world isn't coming to Dripping Springs and it's like a normal weekend, these are really, really cool places that we have either stayed at or visited or have learned about and want to share with you.
Side note, can I give everyone a tax tip?
Yes.
'Tis the season. So there's this rule. It's called the Augusta rule. So you guys jump on Google, talk to your CPA. If they've never heard of the Augusta rule, fire them. And it is a provision in the tax code. I almost said loophole, but it's not even a loophole. It's a real rule. And if you are a property owner, you can rent your personal residence out up to 14 days a year, and you do not have to report the income that you generate from it. So with that said, it's going to get dark in Dripping Springs on April 8th. Yes. Real dark for 4 minutes. 4 minutes. So nowhere has anywhere to stay. If you're willing to open up your home, you can earn that income and you don't have to report that to the IRS, and speak to your tax professional about that. But the provision is the Augusta rule. It came from a group of people that lived on a golf course in Georgia, and they got together.
Augusta, Georgia?
Yeah. And they got together like the Masters or something. And next thing you know, there's this provision. So if you're willing to move out of your house, go somewhere else and not view the eclipse, or rent out a plug-in for an RV, maybe all of a sudden you want to do a hip camp experience, like throw together some glamping. You guys.
That sounds fun.
Time's a ticking.
You don't know how to do those things and you want to do that.
We know people.
Like, there are people. Ashley, is that something that you can help them with yourself?
I can guide them in the right direction. Yeah.
I do know Roman Tomkeev with Casa Go. He does that specifically, not specifically for the eclipse necessarily, but he does like the whole Airbnb VRBO thing, but it's through Casa Go. And to my understanding, it's a lot easier for those who are not familiar with the Airbnb world, because he kind of takes all the pressure off of you and does all of that back end stuff, so you don't have to worry about it. But some places that are not necessarily eclipse, if you want to do that, talk to Roman. But other places. So Ashley, how long has it been since you've been to Lucky Arrow?
Oh my gosh. 3 years.
I beat you. I was there, I guess it was last year.
That's
Wow,
amazing.
time flies.
It's been a
Time
long
is
time.
weird.
It's been a long time. They've done a ton of improvements. Oh man, that place is so cool.
They did a really fun, oh goodness, I guess it was around Easter time. So it's been almost a year. They did this really fun event where they had the pool open and they had like music and they had the place open and there were swag bags and they had a DJ playing at the pool. And oh my gosh, it was so much fun. And it doesn't hurt that they have the cutest yurts, cabins, porch houses, and it's all like boutique glamping. It's so cute. If you haven't looked at it, pull them up online, take a little peek-see. If you don't want to camp, now you do.
I also feel like, and somebody confirm this, don't totally quote me on this, but I feel like they operate on a day pass system in the summer. You can buy a pool pass.
I am almost positive because I remember that you can even rent one of their gazebos at the pool.
That'd be fun.
Shh, don't tell anyone. I'm telling my closest Dripping Springs friends right now.
And the entire internet.
The entire internet.
And all of YouTube, because these are all posted there, by the way, guys.
It's okay. It's okay. That's what it's there for.
Oh, I feel like Lucky Arrow was a great one to kick off. Our friend Shelly says, yes, you can. Our friend Anne also says, yes, you can. She also says book club is awesome. I agree with you, Anne.
See, it's not just me.
All right, what else you got? Because you do have a physical list down there, don't you? That's my girl. I knew it.
It's shorter than normal, but these are good ones. Also, Camp Lucy. Even though it's called Camp Lucy, you're not really camping there. It is like luxury country hotel rooms is how I would describe it myself. And it's such a beautiful property there. It's often used as a wedding venue. So just go into it like that. Expect that you're going to have wedding venue views because it is beautiful. Also on property, you have Tilly's, which is delicious. And that building, the building that Tilly's is in, Ashley, are you familiar with the story of that building?
Yes.
Tell it.
Okay.
I feel like I'm going to mess it up. I know it's really cool though.
Yeah. So the owners, Whit and Kim Hanks, Whit has a background in antiquities. I think that's a real word, in antiques. And he purchased that building that was a city hall type building in Vietnam. And he had it shipped over to the property and then they reconstructed it. But what's really incredible about the building is there's not a nail that was used in the entire place. So if you think of like Lincoln Logs as a child on a really, really big scale. And last year they went under construction on their spa. I'm not sure if the spa is finished yet or not, but it is the same similar story, which is really, really fascinating and unique. You just don't see stuff like that.
It's so cool. And when you're in there, if you look up, you can still see like the markings of where they marked it to know how to put it back together, which maybe not everyone loves that. I love that.
I think it's really interesting. Also, you can absolutely buy a day pool pass for that bar. That's a thing.
And it's incredible also. Also, Lenny Moon. Have you seen the cute little tiny homes that they have at Lenny Moon?
Yes. I call it Liney though. So I don't know. One of us has it off and I don't know which one that it is. I've never stayed there. So I couldn't say. I
cheated. I looked online because I drive by it all the time, but I've not actually been in it. And I looked online and they're so cute. I guess there's 8 acres there and you can sleep up to 60 people on that property.
That's a lot.
So if you have a little retreat, a family retreat you're wanting to do, or a health retreat or whatever kind of retreat, or just bring all your girlfriends and let's all go hang out, you can do that there.
Absolutely. I've never stayed there though. I'm hoping preferred log cabin is next on your hit list because it's right down the road geographically?
Preferred log cabin. I have Camp David next.
That is a preferred log cabin, friend.
Boom. Got it. And Camp David there's multiple different buildings that you can stay in depending on what you're looking for with them. They have one that, I mean, I'm going to say it's cute because the things I like are all cute, BTW. But they have one that has like bunk beds on the sides, and then they have like, it so reminds me of like camp, like summer camp, sleepaway camp, whatever you want to call it, because they got the bunk beds, and then they've got like the games in the middle, and it's like this big room, and then they have the kitchen, and I don't know, love it out there. And they have the most incredible picturesque sunset from the porch in the main building there. It is so beautiful.
I love it. I love it. I was hoping that your hit list would be some bigger, well-known names. So I'm pleased to see that we took a really different approach on our conversation today. Thank goodness. In case you guys haven't noticed, Amber and I are very similar. We haven't seen each other all day, but when our hair is styled the same today. Of course it is.
Of course
it is. Yeah. So my suggestion would be to open up your Airbnb app and click around. You're going to find some really unique, quirky, amazing places that are hidden away. It is so easy to do a staycation here in Dripping Springs. One that comes to mind is Infinity Ranch out in West Dripping Springs. They have several tiny homes. The owner has put a really nice pool in right in the middle so you can be private, but then you have this amazing communal space. Also, this would be a great time to plug my property at Old Fitzhugh and Mercer Street, right in the center of downtown Dripping Springs. We sleep 10. You could probably squeeze more in if you really wanted, and I'm okay with that. Walking distance to literally everything because it's right there at that intersection. I have found a little knack actually getting to work in not the short-term rental industry per se, but just being a real estate agent. One of the things that I love to do with clients is help them invest and grow their wealth with short-term rentals. So I've got the scoop on several properties that clients have purchased or that we've sold and that have become those. And I feel like the name of the game in that space is like, how fun and unique can you make it? So if you're looking to do a small group gathering up to, 15, 20 people, you'll be able to find just really, really cool properties right in our backyard. And we thought it just made sense with it being spring break. Summer's right around the corner. You don't need to get on a plane if you don't want to. You can do a staycation and have an amazing experience right in your own backyard here in Drip.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then you still have access to all of our favorite things, which are the reason why we all moved to Dripping Springs.
100%. 100%. You paused for a second. I thought my internet went out. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Is it me? Is it you?
Probably me. It's probably me. But I think that's a good wrap for today. Again, congrats to the Star Awards finalists. That will be announced. The winners will be announced next Thursday. So we hope to see some of you there. You can get tickets on the Chamber's website. And in the meantime, where do you like to stay in Drip that we didn't talk about? What's the scoop? We want to know. What are we missing? So that's a wrap on Weekly Drip Season 5, Episode 11. I'm past 2 hands now, so it's...
You hold up the 10, I'll hold up the 1.
Yay! All right, y'all. See you next week.